if you want to create an order for a customer, you must first look at the customer screen and then create the order. So I'm going to go back in and create an order for Barry Smith. I click on Customers. I click on Query Update Transaction, look up by name. Type in Smith. It takes me to Barry's screen. Now, to create an order for Barry Smith, I simply click the Transact button, and it brings up the order form. Now, there are several fields on this order that I want to talk about. And I'll start from the top left and move down and to the right. The customer information block on the top left-hand screen displays basic information about the person who's ordering. You'll see Barry's ID number, you'll see his company name, his address, and his phone number. If there's an account number that I entered, it will show the account number to the right as well. You can't change this information. It's just there to help you keep your bearings. You want to remember who it is that you're creating an order for. To the right, you see tax options. By default, when I say by default, I mean just when the standard settings for this section is to be taxed as normal. Now, you can also choose tax exempt if you wish, but in this case, we're going to do tax normal. So it will calculate automatically the normal tax. Now, you'll also notice, though, at the bottom, it says tax rate to use, 11%. Now, if you remember, we actually put 11% in Barry's tax rate if diff field on his screen. I'll actually hit cancel so you can go back and see. This tax rate if diff was set to 11%, and that's why it's charging 11. If I delete that information out of it and click apply and then go back to the transaction, you'll notice that it goes back and charges the standard rate, which is 9.75%. Okay, next, shipping schedule. To the right of tax options, you see a block called shipping schedule. Now, by default, AMSWin does not compute shipping. If you would like for AMSWin to automatically compute your shipping for you, you simply check the compute shipping box. Now, if you have said that you want AMSWin to compute your shipping, then you have to specify how you want it to compute your shipping. Now, the default setting is AMSOIL freight schedule, which is typical. That is the AMSOIL freight schedule based on either the amount of the order or pounds. Now, you can choose fixed rate. If you recall, fixed rate we've set at 21 cents per pound, or you can choose percent of retail. Now, we'll leave it at AMSOIL freight schedule. All right, now to the right of that, you see it has created a customer order number for you, and it also has put today's date in the box. Now, you can edit that date if you wish. Let's say there was an order that was done yesterday and you didn't put it in the computer till today. You can backdate it to yesterday if you wish. Next, let's add some product to this order. There's two ways to add product. The first is you can look at this inventory reference at the top of just above your detail section, and you can navigate through that reference and find a stock number that you're interested in, double click it, and it will put one of those items into your detail. If this can be convenient if you like to click. It's very quick. If you want to sell two of a certain item, you just need to click it twice. So it puts two. There's the first one and there's the second one. Now, probably the most common way to add detail to your order, though, is to simply type it in. Now, you would just put your cursor in the next available quantity field, decide how many of the item you want. So I want 4 AMOQTs. I hit Tab to move to the next field, and it automatically pulls in the description of the stock number, it pulls in the unit price, and then it multiplies the unit price by the quantity. So in this case, it multiplies $5.85 times the quantity of 4 to get you your expanded price, which is $23.40 worth of AMOQT. So you can click them in and you can type them in. You'll notice in this case I've got AMEQT, I've got one there and I've got one there. If I want to show both of those on one line and I don't want to delete one and change the quantity of the other, I can simply come down here to the Consolidate Order button. I can click it and it will automatically find, it will search through your detail and it will make sure that there's only one line per product in your detail, and it will consolidate those quantities into the appropriate quantities. So now you'll see there's AMEQT, there's only one of them in the list, and it's a quantity of 2. So that's very helpful if, let's say, you wanted to click into there. I just clicked in 5 AB90s, click Consolidate Order, and it reduces them to one line, AB90, quantity of 5.